Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you behind the scenes of my YouTube studio. Here we go. Alright everybody, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you behind the scenes of my studio and how everything works. Here it is. Let me cut to my other camera. Alright, there we go. Hey, it's me right here. Look. I've got my background, I've got my iMac Pro, the lighting, the whole camera setup. Let's jump into it here. First off, why am I doing this? This is a very elaborate setup. What is the benefit of doing this? Well, if you're a content creator, you can crank out content with this setup very quickly, very easily. So I just wanted to talk about how it all works in a quick summary video here. That's not meant to give you all of the answers. It's just meant to help condense some of the learning if you're wondering how people do a YouTube desk setup all in one. So here it is. Starting off, the brains of the operation, my iMac Pro. This is an expensive computer, but I worked up to it. I started with just a MacBook, doing some of my early videos. Saved enough money, got this bad boy. This thing will change your life. It's got all of the, it's just a base model, okay? But it's got all of the tech that you need from a, processor standpoint, video card standpoint, hardware storage, SSD. It's super fast and it can do everything you need, especially when you're talking about live recording to the computer. Now that's a very important thing because most of these vloggers, they record to their camera. They have a camera set up, they're vlogging, and they record onto a card in the camera. Then you have to take that card, put it in the computer, and start the editing process. With this whole setup here, I record directly to the computer. There's no post-editing. There's none of this, I'm having to redo or re-edit or re-chop. No, I've got a box right here where I can switch between cameras, just like that, okay? I can go back and forth in real time with all of the audio being recorded continuously from this microphone. This is a great microphone. I'm gonna link to everything down below. Now, as you can see, when I tighten it up, it's all about creating the right environment. Now, looking at this here, you can see I have a background behind me that's tied up here, and when you cut in close, look at how crazy this is. When you cut in close here, you would not even notice, okay? Let me take you back out. So one of the key elements of this is having good lighting. Now this bad boy, the Elgato key light, is the best light available on the market. I haven't even played with all the features yet, but just out of the box, this thing blows away every other lighting system I've ever had because it's portable, it's small, it's easy, it's got all the right mounts on it, and it's not hot. A lot of these other lights, you'll start, working with them, they start to get hot, they emit heat, you're sweating, you're trying to film a video, you forget what you're saying. This thing, it's light, it's easy to use, and it's got all these controls that you can use on the computer because it actually has its own Wi-Fi signal. I haven't even got into all that, but it's good to know I have that feature. And even if I'm looking directly at the camera with the light above here, it's not blinding. It's enough where I can still look at the camera. Some of these other ring lights, especially when you start to play with the settings, they start to get blinding and you forget what you're saying and then you're seeing spots. So I gotta give it to Elgato. They did a great job on this. Bravo. That's the light to get. I'll probably upgrade the lighting setup and get a couple more of those here soon. But right now, I love it. I'm rocking and rolling with just one light. Now, you can see I've got multiple cameras. So I set this camera up just for this video. I've got the close-up camera here, and then I've got a third camera right here that shoots down here onto my desk area. So if I'm talking about something or if I'm doing some notes here that I want to show on camera, I can write those down and talk into the camera and even do like a split screen with my recording software on the computer. Now, how are all these inputs getting into the computer? That's a great question. After lots of research, there's a box that you can buy for a Mac that will allow you to put the video signal Thunderbolt 3 into the computer. Now, this whole setup is very elaborate. And if you're just starting out, you probably don't need all of this. What I would recommend is just get a camera like this, get a vlogger setup, and start doing it that way. Start getting some traction online until you can make some money and start to save and buy the right equipment that you need. Now, this whole elaborate setup is, it's been years in the making for me, and it's taken me a long time to get here. But now that I'm here, and apologies for all the junk, is, I've gone through different stages. I bought this Yeti Blue mic, didn't like it, it didn't work. Finally found the right microphone for me, for my style, for my voice. I've also tried some of these other cameras with the on-camera setup. These are great if you're vlogging. You can get one of these little tripods and start vlogging with that. I actually just got this bad boy. This is the Switch Pod. It's perfect if you're trying to do these types of video vlogs with your camera. So that's a great option. This is one of the best mics if you're doing vlogging. It's the Rode VideoMic Pro. This is the new Canon mirrorless camera. I think it's the M50 with an aftermarket lens. And not to go on a whole rant about that, which I totally can, is a lot of these people promoting cameras, they don't tell you that they're using a lens that is more expensive than the camera body. So be careful about that. Cameras I'm recording on right now, this is my favorite one. It's the Sony, and let me see if I can get that in focus there. There it is, the A5100. That's what I've been using. I've got a bunch of them. I think I've got 3 or 4 of those. Again, got some different lenses because this lens that you're looking at right here is the A5100. However, it is not the stock lens. It's funny, I tried the stock lens on this and it looks absolutely terrible compared to the image you're looking at right now, which is an aftermarket lens. I'd have to look at the model. I actually don't know. So that's kind of what you're gonna get into once you start doing this YouTube thing, once you start getting this going. And then, if you've got a Mac and you've got Thunderbolt 3, you'll start to realize you need a couple other accessories here, like this, a Thunderbolt 3 expander. There's things that as you start to progress as a YouTuber and in your career, you're gonna realize, hey, this might make my life easier. And if you can afford to get those and not break the bank, I think it's a great way to continue to make content, because this setup here has allowed me to increase my YouTube channel, my marketing, and my presence online exponentially. And it wouldn't be possible without recording to the computer with this live studio setup that I have here. So between the cameras, between the audio, between the lighting, between the software on the computer to be able to live switch between camera systems, different camera systems here, that camera, this camera, we even got an overhead camera. I've got this desk mount system here that I'm using for these different arms. Look, this camera right here is on this arm that connects into my huge desk that's below me, massive desk. I've gone down some different rabbit holes. I bought this Atmos. Don't really use that anymore. I actually really like this. This is the Roland P light. I've got a little coffee stain there. Sorry about that. This is a light. I'm using it right here. This is actually a light. It's a thin LED light with the screen on it that helps brighten up this area here on my desk. I'll turn it off here. Look at how bright that is for this little light. It's really quite shocking. So that was a great find. Again, I'll link to everything down below, but really what it comes down to is getting yourself out there, getting your presence out there, and whatever it is you're talking about in your niche or area of expertise, getting it online, helping people find you. And this desk setup here has helped me do that, has helped me express my ideas, get my message out there, and help other people do more on YouTube and with digital marketing. So I really hope this video has been helpful. I hope you've learned a lot. I hope it's, explained some things that you might have been wondering about. But this is my live YouTube production studio. I don't go live on this yet. I have the capability with the software right here on my computer, on my iMac Pro, to do that. I haven't done it yet. I'll probably start doing some live streams here in the future, maybe even some giveaways or some other stuff. But this is my studio. Let me know your comments down below. I'm gonna try to put all the products in the description of this video. So if you had any questions, you can check those out. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. And hey, if you have a question, put that down below. If you have a comment, let me know. If you think I'm totally insane for doing this and building this studio, leave a comment down below. But don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.